I'm known. I think I'm known for my punctuality.
You're I'm coming at 3:30 and I'll be there at 4:30.
We are that's fashionably late.
Where are you, Calvin?
Yeah. Where are you, Calvin? Calvin, are you here?
We're here. Wait, do I need to mute this?
Because we're here.
Better mute that. I don't know why everybody gives me a hard time. I'm always on time.
You are terrible about being on time.
Oh, man. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Ketchup episode. What are we calling this? Episode 6?
We think it's 6.
We think it's 6.
We think.
Episode 6. So, for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Pooch.
I'm Pyro. And if you're still watching Chaos Core Tech Stream, like Alkeshone just said, then watch both of them.
Yeah. That's why you have 2 eyes, people.
Dual streaming.
Dual streaming. That's like, if you can't handle that in this day and age, then... You know, I don't know.
I didn't get to introduce myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Our lovely producer, Heather, needs to introduce herself.
I am Heather, 3D Pink Mafia.
That was lovely.
What's that?
I know, right?
What is the 3D Pink Mafia? That sounds terrifying. Are you going to kill people?
There has been a lot of chat on the Twitters about 3D Pink Mafia being violent, so not true.
So you're not non-violent mafia?
I'm a non-violent mafia member.
A non-violent mafia of one?
No, there is many. In the
there's what is the membership of the? And can I be an honorary member?
No.
You gotta print something.
You gotta print something in pink and show it online and tag it, and then you're.
Is that it?
That's
I can do that. I can do that.
That's it. Do it. Let's do it.
All right. Well, maybe I'll work on that.
Okay.
So anyway,
next community ketchup.
Again, welcome. For those of you who are new, if you're not familiar with what the ketchup is, it is Pyro and I's bi-weekly. That means every 2 weeks. For people that are...
Or every other week.
Nitpicky. Yeah, but you know what? But bi-weekly can also mean twice a week. It's very... The English language is very confusing. So, but anyway, it's our bi-weekly stream focused on the community.
Yes.
And look, there's a lot going on out there.
It's crazy.
And you guys don't have time to, follow it all. So let us follow it. And we'll give you the cliff notes.
We don't have time to follow it all either. We just... have you guys tag everything and then we look at it.
True, and we're lucky to have a producer that kind of throws it all into a nice document for us to go through and click links and whatnot. So
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, well,
that's me.
We appreciate her immensely. It's fun fact, today is National Producers Day.
Right.
What did you get? What did you get Heather to say?
You are making that.
You didn't get her anything?
I'm just fighting this out right now.
It's embarrassing. So. Well, it's good because I just made it up.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
All right, what are we starting with?
You didn't shut the door behind you.
Oh, yeah, strangers could walk in.
Mm-hmm. You might get random guests.
Coming at you from beautiful Cameron Park, where people just wander into your house and into your life.
Thanks for telling everyone where we live.
Oh, I'm sorry, was that too specific? I didn't give them your address. Maybe I'm lying. I'm big on subterfuge. You don't know.
Okay, let's just go on.
Yeah.
Coming from the A Pyro Design headquarters.
Yeah.
How about that?
Is somewhere.
Somewhere in California.
In California.
Not in Cameron Park.
Oh my
god. Anyway, what are we starting with today, Heather? Should we do some follow-ups on the last? Are we gonna do some follow-ups?
Follow-ups sound good to me.
Bring it up. Bring up the list.
Bring up the list.
Bring in the clowns.
All right, we got the first follow-up up for everybody. Who's your daddy? You are. You do it.
No. What? I'm so confused. What's happening right now?
So first follow-up. If you haven't been following Ben Levine, he is. We've talked about him on a couple different projects and stuff, but he's been working on a new app, and he's just did a major design overhaul of his Filament monitoring app. Is that what you want us to call it, Ben?
Right, I think that is what he would like us to. Filament.
I don't know if it has a name yet or not, but anyway, it looks like it's coming along. So let's throw the video up and see what we got going on here.
Yeah, so he's added some improvements to the filament type and
diameter, filament type,
okay.
weight,
different subcategories. It's easier to select.
Color.
Okay, so basically it seems like it can hold multiple uses. One, kind of a database of all the filaments that you print. Secondly, like monitoring obviously how much of it you've got left. And I know that he's working feverishly on adding improvements, but this is nice. So you can see like, okay, I've used up, 58% of my Vertigo gray. So it looks like right now there's some manual processing to the whole thing, but looking good, Ben. Looks like it's coming along and lots of good opportunity I'm curious, I would like to know would like to know more what opportunity there might be to automate this in terms of like can it be tied to say Marlin to keep track.
Oh, I think he's pandering. Do you see that one of the colors just says pink?
Oh, I saw that.
Pink matter hackers PLA though.
Anyways, yes, I think it would be cool. Like, how hard is it to incorporate something where you like scan a barcode? You know, like how,
like a QR tag?
Not even a QR, but like the barcode. I guess it would be kind of hard because there's so many different kinds of filaments. But
well, once you take it out of the box, there's no barcode.
That's true. That's true.
Well, it depends. Some filaments do that, and it might be an interesting thing to standardize at some point. We're currently researching it.
We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So Ben was hoping he wasn't late for this week's catch-up, and
I think he's late.
We were going to talk about that a little bit, because...
we need a cutoff, because we had a lot of you procrastinators out there throwing us stuff last minute.
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago.
Ben says no name yet, but...
We're gonna cut off at about 5... So 2 hours before the stream starts is where we're going to cut off, because... I feel bad I can't get all the last minute tags in, and so...
I think Heather shared the doc... Wait, hold on a second, I'm in the wrong...
I did, you're in the wrong...
I don't know how to do
interwebs. I want to make sure that I can get as many. So any that were tweeted, any stories that were tweeted in the last 2 hours will go onto next week's... next episode's stream.
Sounds good.
In 2 weeks.
That sounds fair.
Yes. Fair.
Okay.
Next follow-up.
Follow-up is our favorite, or Pooch's favorite.
I'm a fanboy. I told you I'm a David Shorey fanboy. Bring it up. We're moving on to mermaid scales this week in the Shorey universe.
Now, since last episode, I did attempt to print on fabric, and I was successful. It was pretty amazing. Now, mine were not nearly as cool as this, but I did print. Now, I have to go into this scaled option.
Where is it? Where is it?
It's downstairs.
I went to hold
it. Yeah, why is it not in
here
so we can show it to people?
I want to show it to people.
It's downstairs.
You should message Ari and tell
What's the point of being the will you please text Ari and tell you to bring the
She's our our runner.
Our runner.
Yeah, isn't that a grip?
Okay,
this
is me. I'm gonna message Ari on Marco Polo Live, asking her to bring me something.
Tell her.
Ari,
PG
can you bring my purse upstairs, please? Just knock on the door when you get in here, because I need to get something out of my purse.
So kind of weird glare off of this, but yeah, no, I mean, it's just one of his.
It's just a new design that is mermaid scales, and then he also is now printing. He's printing a few things with flexible filaments, trying to do flexible filaments on fabrics as well, which I have seen some other people do, like on shirts. But this is a little bit different style that he's doing. So
I know David's not in the chat. We talk about him so
much,
every week, and he's always sending us stuff, and he's never there. It's like I think it's his dinner time.
It might be.
So, he and Joel like to have dinner at 7 p.m.
So those were our follow-ups. I would like to give a personal shout out to Dustin. He had a loss in his family.
Shout out.
His puppy dog passed, and so he didn't have any updates this week. He said he apologized for that, but we just want to give that little shout out before we moved on to the main
thinking about you, Dustin, and we're looking forward to seeing the update on the gymongous
CR10
XXXL.
Yes. All right. Are we ready for the main show?
The last X is for an extra dose of large.
Extra ketchup.
Yeah, extra ketchup on that.
Extra ketchup.
Okay. This is okay. So we've been seeing a lot actually out of Octoprint recently, or at least I've been paying more attention to it lately. So pull up the. Our friend.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Oh, so our friends over at Alien 3D, which if you haven't checked out their UFO box, you should. It's pretty cool. They shared Octoprint's tweet about a new software release, and I just was showing this to Pooch, and he was literally freaking out about it, you guys.
I was freaking out because I can't tell you how. I mean, anybody that's spent any time printing multiple parts and had one of the say 20 things on the print bed fail, and then cause that domino effect of extra failures, we'll appreciate what this is. So this is an exclude region plugin for Octoprint. If you're not using Octoprint, I really recommend checking it out.
I need to get on that.
It's open source. There are new things for it. We've been talking about Octolapse, and there's all kinds of. It's a plugin driven system, so anybody can write enhancements to the whole thing, and they do. It's a really robust community. But what I was getting at was this is a real-time ability to exclude a region on your print bed of prints. So if you know that your prints in the middle have failed and whatnot, it will basically wipe out and terminate everything in there and continue on printing this other stuff. I think we mentioned last week there was a similar plugin that did something along these lines as well.
Yeah, it was a cancel object one from Paul. Paul, I forget his last name.
Now, I was really excited because I haven't gotten a chance to play with either of these yet, and I really need to because this is actually very, very useful and practical for the way I like to print. But if you're in the chat and you've used it, I'm curious to know, does it need to be set up as sequential prints, or can it be printing all the parts at one time? Who's used it out in the chat world? Paul says he prefers cancel object, but yes, he is biased.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a little biased.
So Paul, what can you tell us between the two, one with yours, one with this, do we know that if it has to be a sequential print, meaning prints one, then goes back down, prints another one, goes back down, prints another one, or can it be doing multiple parts and then be stripping out? I would imagine that'd be more complicated.
I'm trying to read about it, but it doesn't say its name's right in there.
So when you generally are slicing stuff that have multiple prints on it, and it's printing them all simultaneously, your G-code for each is obviously scattered throughout since it's a linear process.
Yeah.
So writing something to cancel a part on the bed would actually require stripping out multiple individual lines of the G-code.
So Paul is saying it's not sequential. It can be...
Gordon is vouching for Paul. That's
yeah,
big.
yeah. They were saying Chris Practical Printing was saying that this would be amazing on the G-Max because think about several 100-hour print that something fails or what have you. But he's saying that Paul is saying that it does not have to be sequential on the excluded region. Said it's very similar to features in the Repetier server.
That's awesome. So I'm going to go on record right now. I haven't used it yet, but if this does what you say it does, Paul, and I'd be curious to. I don't know the author of this one. I didn't catch it, but I like where this is going because this is a game changer in my mind of usefulness. We have a guest. Hi, Ari. Oh, thank you. First delivery.
First delivery.
Thank you, Ari.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's game changing, and it's we see like kind of incremental progress and stuff like this. But as far as like something that's actually useful on a regular basis, I mean, man, how much time that it'll ultimately save you is it's amazing. So I'm going to go on record right now saying once I test this, and I'm sure I'm going to be as happy as I think it will be, I'm going to nominate this for the first catchy when we do that at the end of the quarter.
You want to nominate this or Paul's software?
Paul, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to test both, and if they're both similar and they do the same thing, maybe I'll nominate them both. We'll see, and then we'll let the public decide because the catchy is a democratic voting mechanism.
Gordon's saying we tried it, it's amazing. We canceled individual prints, non-sequential, and no issues. Separate processes in Simplify 3D, but only for the comments in the code. Paul is a genius.
You hear that, Paul? Did you know that? You're a genius. Congratulations.
He's saying the downside of exclude region is that you can't really pack objects together. Bounding boxes overlap. You can't exclude them.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So if you gotta have stuff a little bit spread out.
You know what's interesting about this though is I don't know who started development first, but if you're a believer in the collective subconscious, it's interesting the way that you start to see these things kind of coming from different parallel paths at the same time. But I think it's all a good thing. I think that a little competition is good because it allows for taking best of breed from both worlds perhaps. And I think everybody wins.
Well, I like that Paul's giving downsides of cancel object. He says that it has slicer limitations.
Ah. Well, I'm assuming Paul's working hard on that, making sure that there's no limitations. So do you want to go back to Shorey's fabric?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Do you want to tell us about this, and I'll do the Van
so I wanted to just test it out. So I did a little heart in. I did a heart in Tinkercad.
This is nice. I can see myself wearing it.
And I just duplicated it, and I did it kind of so actually this was inspired by Travis's mom, who passed several years ago. She used to draw hearts where it was one heart and then an upside down heart and then right side heart back and forth as like a little pattern. She would draw, doodle, stuff like that. So I got inspired to do something like this. And so this was a very short trial. I just wanted to kind of test even just how the printing on the fabric worked. So anyway.
Cool.
Yes. That was it.
Yeah, that's neat.
It was cool. And it was
what,
super easy.
What fabric is this?
It's literally
like
just
tulle.
some like tulle or mesh fabric that I used. It wasn't...
Like T-O-O-L?
T-O-O-L-E. No, tulle is T-U-L-L-E.
T-H-U-L-E?
No! Oh my gosh. T-U-L-L-E. Anyway.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Really cool and really
It was
neat.
cool. It was fun. And so I'm going to go from here.
Robot says it would look fabulous on me. Thank you, Robot.
And my goal is to make a purse, which, shout out to not something that was community ketchup, but I have to say it, is that Katja made, and she's working on a purse, and it looks freaking epic. It has rope and printing on fabric, and I don't know how it was not tagged, and I don't know why I didn't tag it. I just thought about that. Anyway,
can we get it on for next?
We will get it on for next time, for sure.
To next 2 weeks? Yeah.
Anyway.
Like, to be fair, I look fabulous in most things, but I do think I would look. Now, if you're making a purse, are you also making, like, say, a man satchel, something a little
I'll make
more
a merce.
It's European, right?
You're gonna make an entire shirt out of that.
I would wear that.
I would totally wear that.
But you know, I keep a modest neckline on it.
I'll make
do
sure.
any of that.
I will make sure.
Or anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see through nipples.
Next. We digress.
We did not.
So let's show off Jason Proofs next. Please.
Now, if I'm a Shorey fanboy, who's the Proofs fanboy?
Me.
Yeah.
100% Proofs fanboy.
The Wicker Master.
This is freaking epic. So he created this model, had never printed it before, was like, I'm gonna just try this and see if it prints.
Yeah.
Printed it.
Well, he printed one that was just
he printed a solid color. Yeah, that was the first one.
Travis hates him officially, given how much time he spent trying to calibrate the palette.
Literally, the second one, he was
like, first palette print.
Yeah, this was his first palette print ever. He's like, let me just see how it goes.
How hard
and
can it
it's freaking amazing.
And it turned out awesome. I mean, it literally, like, you don't know any better. It's just.
It's freaking amazing.
It looks like a weave, man.
It looks like a basket weave.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome.
I literally want to print every single thing that Jason has ever made because he has so many things that are so cool.
There's a lot of cool stuff.
I just don't have enough time. I need a dedicated Jason printer.
Awesome work, Jason. We love it.
Dedicated.
Keep up the good work.
Dedicated.
Skewed View 3D. They shared Ali's tweet.
Yes.
So,
this was so cute.
We're going to talk about Skewed View too, with their stuff too, but this is really cool.
Did you
so Potent Printable on Twitter, Ali. Is it Ali?
Ali.
I'm going to go with
Ali. You guys met him
Ali.
He's in the chat.
He's in the chat.
Okay, it's Ali. And he did like a little aperture deal. So, you know, it reminds me of the... what were they called? The Venus?
Yeah.
You know, you remember that like chap and stuff?
Yeah,
so it's inspired by that. And
yeah.
It's got a little locket in there, so he's got his little benchy on the inside. Very nice.
Yeah, he was actually talking about a little upgrade to this. I don't know if he wanted me to talk about it, but he was asking me about some lasery thing.
Well, maybe maybe it's something to follow up on. So we'll see. We don't want to do any spoilers.
Oh,
very cool.
He says it's Ali.
Ali.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
That's what I said.
We're good. Okay. I think this is cute. And then I don't know. I did not tag a revision, but somebody did one with little benchies on the side, which I thought was pretty cute.
So he's already got some remixes.
Yes. Yes.
I love it.
So I think I've decided that I need a dedicated printer to print all of the amazing things that we see on Community Ketchup because there's way too many things.
That thing would be busy. Cool. I love it though. Let's do it. And you know what? And we'll throw a cam on it, and it'll be the ketchup cam, and it'll just be always doing something.
Yes.
We're gonna need higher res though, Trav.
Yeah.
Upgrades.
Seriously.
Right.
More capture cards.
Okay, next.
Okay. This was I actually.
You?
Yes, I actually shared this. There you go.
Let's go.
Oh, I need this in my life, you guys. So bad. It's so
DIY
cool.
Engineering on Twitter has been working on what's he calling it, Heather?
It is the Arcader 2.
The Arcader. It's a handheld.
Oh, I did see this. I didn't know that's what that was you guys were talking about.
And 2 weeks ago, he was just doing the milling for the end buttons. And I swear I tagged it back then, but Heather and I got in an argument
there
about
should
it.
be
She's
more
a liar.
pictures on this then. It shouldn't.
Yeah, no, there's a lot.
Okay,
there's a lot of pictures on it.
Sorry, yeah, go to his Twitter page and like the entire thing is full. There is so many different iterations of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
So
super cool.
RKDR2 is the hashtag. We'll put that in the description notes. But he's got it set up as an emulator, obviously. With how many games is he got? Yeah, so it's a Pi-driven setup, right? Am I right? Raspberry.
Yes, Raspberry Pi. And then the
custom
bases are CNC milled,
right.
or he mills them, and then the buttons and such are 3D printed.
So I love mixed media.
Right.
So he's got CNC
cool.
stuff going on the wood case. The wood's awesome because it's like you can use all kinds of different materials, stain it, grains, his paints. Yeah. I mean, he's just been doing all kinds of awesome stuff. I can only imagine how much time and effort that takes to jig something of that shape. I mean, you can see he's kind of showing his design process here, but this is a really cool project to follow if you guys haven't seen it and you're really into retro gaming and stuff. James, I'm thinking of you with your arcade cabinets and stuff like this. It reminds me of stuff that you're doing. I bet he would be way into it. Yeah, print and play. Sorry. And
the woodwork is just so cool too. And then so he sells these units. He also sells the plans to create them. And then
look at this.
Oh, it's
he
just
did a resin version. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he was doing some different resin versions for the instruction manuals on how to do it, and then different people were doing like decals to go on them. Oh, it's just
it's good. You really need
so
to.
Freaking cool.
You really need to check. Will it work for the button masher?
Yes. I'm a button masher.
Giant thumbs. I've been cursed with these giant thumbs.
I know.
I do mash. Yeah.
Don't play Smash Brothers with me. I will kill you with my button mashing.
Yeah,
anyway.
Well, you guys really need to check that out because this is one of the coolest projects I've seen in a long time.
Whew, yeah.
This is what I saw a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so like June 26th, he's showing the milling jig for the end buttons, the shoulder buttons rather.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Here he's giving detail. I mean, I really love it when people are willing to document their process because, I mean, that's the altruism of people taking the time to do that when they certainly don't have to, and it takes like 2 to 3 times as long to actually do a project when you're documenting everything along the way.
I know that.
So you gotta have some passion to the whole thing. But like he's got everything from the sketches to
posting the crap out of everything.
Well, and he's been talking too about like he was trying to CNC. He was trying to mill a bunch of the pieces for the ports and like issues he was having, which that's super cool to me too, because making is not always about the perfect end result. No. The making along the way is messy sometimes, and you have fails, and so I love to see that because it's just like how they got there is great, super great.
Chris likes the dedicated community ketchup printer. I like it. It should be a custom built to look like a ketchup bottle. So it's probably gonna have to be a
printer.
Delta.
Oh god.
Yeah. To look like a ketchup bottle, like printed on the top. That would be great.
Smash that thumbs up, everybody. Smash it. Smash it. Anyway,
next.
David, awesome work. We have been loving following that. Keep up the good work, and we'll try to follow up on it.
That's my first exposure to that, so I'm gonna follow that.
Oh yeah,
I don't know why.
I literally was not following him before.
I saw that you guys posted that wood piece, but that's all I saw.
Devastated.
Yeah.
So cool. So next we have. I always say it's Naked 3D, but I don't think
Naked Designs.
Naked Design is it?
Well, you got a little clever with the 3D. I respect that.
Anyway, he was bumping up the Proto Pasta Make Your Own Filament Workshop.
Dude, if you were lucky enough to be in the Seattle Metro on the weekend of I think it's the 21st to the 21, 22. Keith, are you in the chat?
Yeah, right there, the 21st.
21st. They are doing a Make Your Own Filament Workshop. Now, this is a paid event, right?
It is, yeah. So it is a paid event, and there is very limited spots. I think they said there's only 8 spots available.
They must have been snatched up by
now.
They didn't sell them out yet?
I think it probably is sold out by now, because there was very limited spots. But this is freaking epic. Like, you get to go and see their entire... production, how they do it, and you get to create your own color.
Despite the fact that Joel telling, this video, then he just go down there and make that. They don't just let the public walk in and do that. So this is an awesome opportunity for
I'm so jealous.
So I'm guessing it's sold out by now. Can you find out? I'm sure it is. But
sure it is.
I hope that they're, you know, gonna just blast the heck out of this online so we can see what it's like, and if it's a success.
Now I don't know.
more
Does it
people
say right
involved.
there? I can't read it on the screenshot. Does it say how many?
Let me add it to the cart.
Do you get spool? But do you get spool? Like how many spools do you get?
Yeah, that's a good question. Somebody read.
So how generic would it be if you go and you're like, I just want to make
Two spools of custom design.
Oh, 2 spools. Okay.
2 custom. Okay, 200.
But you see, if it's custom,
are
then
there
it's...
refreshments?
Oh, is there refreshments?
One of a kind, filament making experience, bonus transitions.
Bonus transitions. How many transitions are you allowed?
I know.
We will keep you fed, safe, and having fun. That's big. That's big promise.
We need that.
Because keeping me fed is not easy.
Yeah,
as you guys can attest.
Keeping me safe, I might reach my arm into the film.
For sure.
I know how Travis.
But the thing about this is, think about it. If you bought 2 custom color spools from an alternate provider, custom color spools are no joke. I mean, to have a custom color is expensive. So.
Yeah, the one that
match any color.
Yeah,
ColorFab is that ColorFab
the one
stuff
ColorFab
that's like match any color. How much is it? It's like $60 a spool, right?
Like 70 or 80.
Yeah, but you don't get to go there and
that's what I mean.
Alex in the flesh.
That's what I mean. So $200 is really not bad.
I would have Alex sign my
not
Filament.
sponsors, but
Also
just
my chest.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm jealous. I want to go.
Yeah. Well, you know.
We need to make this happen next time. Okay. Anyway.
Just came from Protopasta HQ.
Yes. Next.
Oh, I wish I was going to. The sad thing is I'm going to be in Seattle literally like the week after. like the Wednesday after. And I'm like, come on, man. Like Keith is like, oh, you know, if you could be there. I'm like,
I do have a question.
Yeah.
How do you think there's going to be someone who goes and is like, I just want like some black film things?
That would be me. I'd be like, I just like black. Maybe some white. Do you want some glitter in that? No.
Super basic.
I don't know what Heather would pick out.
I don't know either.
No. Mauve? Yeah.
Mauve. Maybe a nice blue.
Yeah, it's an open bar too, Jeff. So for $200, I'd just go for that. This is how rumors get started. We should stop digressing. Next.
All right. So Happy Extruder sharing Robbie Mack's tweet is
sweet handle, by the way, Robbie Mack.
I love that.
I love that handle. What is this? Is it
an Optimus Prime?
It's
crazy.
Is it a sun catcher? It looks like a sun catcher.
Doesn't it totally look like a sun catcher? That is exactly what I thought too. And I was like, this is so cool. No, this is multicolor.
Yeah.
And actually, all of these pieces were printed separate and they were glued together, but it is flat. But
okay,
isn't it so cool?
How many layers are we talking on each of these? Probably only
it's
a few.
all separate though.
Yeah, but I mean
pieces.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think it's very
the sheen
it's
on
real
that.
thin. It's real thin.
Okay. I mean, that's a good sheen. What do you say the filament was?
I think it's polyalchemy.
So it looks like he printed them like almost straight up and down too, because you don't see like when you usually see the
you don't see like the layer.
The sheen on that is incredible.
Isn't it nuts?
So it's like the side.
But I mean, it's a cool effect because it comes across like a stained glass piece with the leading and everything like that. But I'm guessing that's just a 3D printed frame. Is that right? Like, and then you just pop the panels in.
They have to be printed like up and down. Like Marteinn does the
that's his landscapes.
Yeah. Oh, is it printed all in place? I thought he was printing them separately.
No, separate pieces that dropped in.
Like each piece was printed.
Can you do the full screen or make it bigger?
It's dropped in pieces from what I.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. That's a neat little effect there. I like that.
Right? It's so cool.
We've seen some cool single layer stuff we featured a couple times ago.
Neat. And it's cool because it's just barely dynamic. Like some of the pieces have a little bit of like 3D, slope and stuff like that. But yeah, it's so crazy. Oh, will it print 3D is saying, I want to print that in all tea glass and put it in the window as a stained glass piece.
I would feature that if you did it. I want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on Thingiverse or is this okay?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
Okay.
I haven't seen. So somebody hit up Robbie Mac Q and say, Community Ketchup.
I think it's just Robbie Mac. You don't pronounce the Q.
Oh, sorry.
Robbie Mac Q.
I'm over.
It's like naked 3D. She just wants to keep adding stuff.
I just want to overthink it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's bring it down. Okay.
Yeah,
so let's talk about a skewed view 3D.
So he did some sharing, and then of course we got some sharing of his stuff too. Now, a skewed view 3D is the father-son's combo out of, or were they out of Virginia? They were at ERRF.
Yeah, they were at ERRF. I don't remember where they were.
They're on the eastern seaboard. I apologize, guys. I don't remember exactly where you guys are from. But they've been doing 3 designs a week.
Yeah.
Which is like an insane amount of work to like keep up, you know, that thing. It's not like they're just taking something and printing it off of Thingiverse. They're like modeling
stuff.
Now to be fair, there's 3 of them, so I'm wondering if they're splitting up the work. But you know, even if that is the case, it's awesome, and I love seeing the family affair thing. So anyway, their latest share on Thingiverse is if you're a Sea of Thieves fan, they did the Doubloon. And that turned out nice, man. Full screen that bad boy. Let me see it. Right there.
This one.
Bing. Oh, sorry. They're in Florida. Sarasota.
Florida.
We're getting called out hardcore by the chat right now.
My bad. My bad.
Isn't really full screen.
But yes. So that's an awesome one.
Yeah.
And then they have another one that was shared too.
Show me more.
That was Link's sword, which I think they know Travis is a Zelda fan.
Did they just do this one?
No, this one was before actually.
Because I saw them.
What's the one that you just did most recently? This one? These guys.
Whoa, Psycho. I don't think it's either of those.
Somebody cast.
This was from the newer one.
Oh, is that what it was? Somebody cast the sword that they did in aluminum.
Yeah.
And I think
sit back down. I got too excited.
I think that they mentioned that somebody has been doing a couple of castings of their prints. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, let me actually click on it so I can get the big.
That's pretty freaking cool.
Ah, of course you're getting that. Let's go back over there.
Grammarly. I keep thinking I should use that, and I never do. See, man, that.
Yeah, they're crazy. I can't believe how many designs they've been coming up with. It is nuts. Oh, super side note. So they actually sent home with Travis from Earth the Jetsons their little car spaceship.
Yeah.
For Ari and I. They sent us 2. And Ari has now converted that to her vehicle for her Alien, which she got in the Alien 3D model that she is.
The alien drives the Jetsons car?
Yes!
That's so cool!
I know!
I love it.
She's out of control. Side note, while we were waiting. Yes, look at the casting. Okay, so they...
Yeah, I've never done anything like that. It looks nuts.
So they 3D printed it and then they're casting over it? What?
It sure seems so. Yeah. It's full size.
I'm gonna go a little bit forward in the video.
Yeah, that's
what is that? Dirt?
It's sand, like that they use to like make
weight
cast.
it down?
Yeah, so they're
it makes the cast. It like forms around it.
So they actually poured
liquid
metal in there.
Whoa, that's so cool. You just made it smaller.
I'm just trying to get ahead of it.
A lumitube.
Oh, okay. They're saying you pack that in to make the mold.
Ingots.
I am so not savvy when it comes to molding, and I feel like there are so many people in our community that are so cool at it, and it just makes me, so now they're, because they cast it in actual metal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, even just not this, like even like resin molding.
Yeah, right? I just don't, I need to see somebody do it live.
I haven't done it. Carmela does it all the time.
Yeah, it's no joke, and obviously it takes some, resources. Not everybody can just like melt metal, has a foundry at their house.
Build a giant box.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. And the downside of this is it's a destructive mold process, so it's like once you pull the thing, you only use it one time, and then you got to reform it.
But because it's just sand, so it just falls apart or whatever.
It's relatively straightforward. I did it back in school. I remember having a class, and it was really cool. Nothing to this size, but I mean, look how that turns out. And then there's obviously a bunch of finishing that has to happen and stuff. But it's very cool.
So cool. Yeah, go to the big end.
Aluminium casting.
I need to see it.
What's the melt temperature of aluminium, Travis?
Too freaking hot.
Yeah.
How about?
Who in the chat knows? The Pentultimate Starfighter.
Man.
He's chopping a pumpkin.
I do. Yeah.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Well.
Look at they painted it.
The pumpkin. See, the pumpkin to the sword or edged weapon is the banana for scale.
Is it? Of swords? For swords?
Exactly. The watermelon. It's really any kind of gourd is acceptable.
Gotcha.
I would say.
Okay. I was gonna say, is that a melt? That looks like a watermelon.
Yeah. That's good.
Woo, that's
very
fancy. Oh, they are saying
it's
1300C.
1300C. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
just
insane.
make a forge and here's the water. See, watermelon.
Ooh.
Ki.
Okay, so I think the moral of the story is the Askewed View 3D family needs to keep creating cool stuff.
Also, they're ninjas.
Also, no, that's
I
not
want to see a
them.
katana.
Well, this is somebody else.
That's somebody else who counts.
I'm sorry, you're right.
They actually don't do YouTube or anything. They just post all their stuff on.
I'm surprised, but it takes a lot of work. As I told you, it takes
feels,
like a lot more time when you have to
It feels very
document.
like knife, 1,000-degree knife against watermelon to me. But it's still cool. I love it.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, we digress again. Oh, we're digressing a lot tonight.
Gordon says I'm right. I'm not sure about what, but I am right.
You are right.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So next we have Chelsea shared Adam, who is Dragonbane Oz.
It's doing the community hex mirror.
What do we got up there? I'm still
I
not
love
seeing
this.
a ripcord on there.
There's no 3D Pink Mafia one either. However, I have been advised that some Polyalchemy Bubblegum Pink has been acquired. So there will be a 3D Pink Mafia hex very soon.
Well, lucky you.
I know.
Looking good. I'm gonna mark it
awesome.
moderately cool for now.
I love this. So Adam has said,
I know.
Adam has posted the hex on Thingiverse and has said if you would like a.
So he's doing all the individual ones.
He's doing individual ones, but he also said like if you wanted to add your logo to one and send it to him, he would gladly put it up. So maybe you need to do that.
Yeah, I'll put that right on my list of a bajillion things that I don't have time for. But if anybody out there wants to help a brother out, I wouldn't complain.
I think this is an awesome community build.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. Yeah, it looks cool. I like the
fun.
pattern.
It's looking great. He's doing all kinds of. So he's doing all of these. It should be noted with a single extrusion, and he's pausing and then switching to the second color.
I like this as a good twist on the maker coin thing. Like I feel like we all have maker coins, and everybody's like, "This is great. Now what do I do with these?" Like this actually kind of gives you a good, I can actually
on the wall.
Start putting something together that's kind of neat and colorful.
Yeah, and Chris from Venturi 3D is saying, you know, he's not the first person, or that he put the hex on Thingiverse, but probably not the first person to do that. And no, I have seen the hex before in other entities, like where it was create your own hex, and we had thought about doing that too for a wall in our makerspace to have everyone create their own hex, whatever they want. It didn't have to be their maker logo. It didn't have to be able to give it whatever they want. We would print it and we would put it up and do the hex wall. So
you know what? Just
we might have to do that.
What occurred to me is my house currently has no flooring. It's just like concrete.
It
needs like the snap together floor tiles. Just made out of everybody's. It'd be awesome.
BTW just threw yourself under the bus about having concrete floors right
now. Well, at least I didn't tell them where I live.
Did you see Wellbot? Did you see Wellbot?
Yeah.
He hashtagged before.
I did see that.
I didn't see that.
You're both pretty.
Yes, and Chelsea says
Wellbot. It's not a competition.
Chaos Cortec is on the top. Woo woo. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So next we've got. Oh, I should have put this one in follow-up, but also still awesome.
Still awesome.
Udoit sharing Dzingoff's tweet.
Oh my god, electroforming. Home electroforming.
So, I did notice too that was not included in this community ketchup hashtag specifically. However, he was talking about how he is going through the processes of getting this to where, I don't know if he's going to be kitting it for home use. I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to do, right? But he's going through like the channels of getting it authorized to be able to do that. I know, right? Yeah. I know. I'm so excited.
This guy.
Right? Yeah. It's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
So
no, it's cool. It's okay. So two things about Dzingoff's home electroforming. So first of all, like weeks ago, I offered to help facilitate getting Chaos Cortex Iron Giant done as an electroform because how bad?
Oh, that would be badass.
Would that be?
Right? Yes.
Right?
For sure.
And you know, I got something. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And I'm like, I want to do it, people. Let's make this happen.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I will pay for shipping. I will print stuff.
Like
what do
whatever.
I want a home electroformed
Iron Giant.
Iron Giant.
Right? Yes.
I want it on my mantle.
It's so cool. But so he's going through some
That's why I want a mantle.
He's going through some channels, right? Because you're dealing with chemicals.
And
They're not
patenting and
everyday chemicals that you can get. He said he has to go through some logistics of signing waivers and so
that's good to know that.
But it's pretty freaking amazing. And actually, in conjunction with this, I didn't put it. I should have put it right next to it.
Exactly made out of iron, imagination of form.
Yeah, where is it? Oh, where is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I put it in the want to know more.
They're liking the floor tiles idea. Cork.
Okay. Hold on. Please hold. Please hold. Moving
Holding.
links. Okay. So in addition to this type of casting or the finishing,
right?
The next thing I wanted to talk about was Fotismint. I don't know more. I had this in the want to know more.
Where is
so
it?
This is metal. It's the very next one on the list. This is metal casting on top of 3D prints. So this is, I think, similar to kind of his process, but it's a metal casting that you coat the 3D prints with. It's actually coated in metal. Now, if I'm not mistaken, so Dzinkov's stuff is not actually metal on top of it, right?
No, it's not. It's just not cast. It's electroformed. It's a plating process.
But so now, when I looked at this, and maybe that's why I wanted to know more about this one, was I don't understand if this is the same process, but maybe a different material.
I don't think it's the same process. I don't know enough about it though.
I know, that's why I said it's in the want to know more.
You would say electroforming.
So BFLangdon or Fotismint. We need to know more about this because it's super cool. So they're metal casting on top of 3D prints, but it's not like a mold, but it's metal on top of it, on top of like PLA.
Yeah, let's get some more deets on this one for maybe next time. What's up? Skewed View 3D is in the house. You missed it, buddy. We were just talking about you. Hopefully you can catch it on the replay if you didn't see it.
Oh, I know. You just missed it. And
Garrett says he needs the modified Iron Giant. Yeah. He's currently too busy with the G-Max. Oh, he's having a good time with that, though. We're going to get to that, Garrett.
Yes, we need it. We need all of the G-Max.
Speak of the devil.
Okay, so next we've got Chelsea. Shared Carmelo's tweet, his masquerade mask. So he actually tried to do this as a Batman mask. However, he said he felt it was a little more on the Batgirl side than it was the Batman side.
First of all, mellow, dude. The hair, the curly locks is looking strong. I like it.
So
I think it's a sexy look for you, buddy.
It's
good.
It is a good look.
Early morning print clean. Tried to make a masquerade mask. Came out looking like a Batgirl or a Huntress mask. What do you think? What do you think?
I think we need to get Carmelo a better camera.
Yeah. Or he needs to like clean the chicharrone grease off.
I remember he told me his phone just doesn't take good
pictures. Time for a new camera. Carmel is amazing. I know. I've met him in person.
He is amazing.
I have some great artwork of his. Big fan. Big fan.
Yes. So he was messing around. So he recently got the Sigma. And so he's been using that a lot and trying to, work out using dual extrusion, using PVA, and so some cool stuff with that.
How did that come about? Didn't Joel hook him up with that?
Joel hooked him up with that.
That's a sweet hookup right there because it was the R17, the original Sigma, yes.
I think so.
It's not the Max.
No, it's not the.
But it's still the IDEX on that.
Yeah, it's the original.
Oh man, those are awesome.
Yeah, so he's got some cool stuff he's been doing with that. He's been trying out the dual extrusion and all the goodies to get that going.
He needs a camera.
Yes.
Should we start a Carmelo needs a camera GoFundMe? Can we do that?
He also needs some filament because unfortunately the two printers he has working right now, which is the Sigma and the Ultimaker, are both 3mm and all he has is 1.75 filament.
He's got no 3?
He's got no 3mm filament. I know.
I might know some people.
You might know some people
Let's
who
see
can hook up Carmelo.
We can see what we can do for you, Mello.
Yes, we will figure that out. Okay.
I think that girl got punched a few too many times.
Oh,
that's
don't
mean,
say that,
Chris.
Chris.
Don't be so mean.
Okay, so next we've got Alkeshone shared Beardy McBeardface, which is the most awesome best name ever.
Solid hash. Solid name.
Solid Twitter handle. So this is awesome. So this is a mobility scooter that.
Wait,
no. We're not looking at the same thing.
Oh, you're not looking at the right one.
skipped
skipped
Ben.
I skipped. Sorry, go down.
I'm going down the list.
And
you're
we'll
talking
go
about another one. I was like, Beardy McBeardface is the next one.
No,
We're gonna
I've
get to
already
Beardy.
hyped it up.
All right, well, we'll skip to that
We'll
one.
skip,
she
and then
should
we'll go back.
Birdie.
Because you're already talking about it.
Okay,
Worst
Beardy.
thing ever. So
Let's talk
Beardy
about it.
McBeardface. So this is a mobility scooter that he is prototyping. So he has more recently become in a situation where he has to use a mobility scooter. So he is prototyping modifications to an existing scooter to make it pretty much more badass. I don't really know what else to say. Like, it's pretty
So
insane.
first thing I'm noticing is 6 wheels instead of 4.
Right?
Okay,
right?
because more wheels is always better.
4 or 3 usually most mobility scooters are.
Yeah.
And so actually if you click on his Twitter handle, you can see he shows the actual scooter that is mid-modification as well. And it is pretty insane.
I love all of the projects that have been coming up lately for accessibility.
Right?
For people that are in need
Yeah.
of such things.
Joe, 3D Maker Noob, was just doing a prototype for a mobility wheelchair.
For a specific wheelchair.
Yeah.
We talked about the guys doing the visual wayfinding.
Oh, yes!
Last
And then
time.
I just had another one that I saw that was books.
Jacob and his guys.
It was books that they were 3D printing the images, so that, and then along with the braille, it was like the images from.
Are you sure
books.
that's not the same guys?
Nope, it was different. It was
Interesting.
different. Yeah.
See, again with the collective subconscious.
Super
man.
freaking
I can't
cool.
find it because Beardface tweets too much.
Oh, darn
You
it.
can never
Tweets
tweet
too
too much. Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, he does have, so check him out if you're not following Beardy McBeardface for the amazing Twitter handle alone. Then check him out. His mobility scooter modifications are freaking cool. So
Beardy, I'm loving
and
this,
I'm gonna
man.
follow up on that. I'm gonna be following.
We're
up
gonna
on
be
this for
following up
sure.
on this, and I'm looking forward to seeing some serious enhancements to this. I'm thinking at least like flamethrower,
Right? Maybe some spikes.
Spikes.
some tank treads would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
so you
right?
can do some better off-road. But I
Freaking
like where
epic.
you're going with the 6-wheeler.
Yes.
Also, I saw shades of like Professor X
Oh right,
control
no, like,
panel.
Yes.
And you
So
got all
cool.
sorts of awesome stuff going on. So this is really cool. I can't wait to see this come to fruition.
So next.
Oh look,
sorry
hey
for
Nick,
skipping.
welcome.
I know, and Nick is showing up.
Look at me, like just happened to like. It's like Nick was just kind of strolling by, and he saw. Oh
He's
look,
like, oh,
ketchup's
yeah.
going on right now. I think I'll pop in there.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no.
Yes.
Sometimes we're on Wednesdays, except for when we're on Tuesdays, and when we're not on Thursdays, we're on Wednesdays or Tuesdays. Definitely not Mondays or Fridays. Saturday and Sundays out. So that's how the schedule works.
All right.
Oh wait, real quick, we got Carmelo just jumped
Oh
in.
no, dude, we were just talking about
I
that
know,
girl.
we were just
Welcome.
talking about you.
It does smell like sexy people now that you're
It
here, man. We're just showing off your
does.
picture, and we're talking about starting a GoFundMe for getting you a new camera, dude.
New camera and some 3mm filament. We got you.
Glad Mel is here.
So next, I apologize for skipping because this is freaking cool. Will It Print 3D shared Ben Krasnow's print. This is a ceramic print, so it's ceramic filament that can actually be fired.
Love this.
So kind of
It
like
is
the Foundry stuff, but
so cool.
ceramic.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. I just can't even believe it. And I want to know more because there wasn't a whole lot about it. If this was like the basic tweet. But
Okay, so
it's so cool.
So when we were at Bay Area Maker Fair, we came across a Kickstarter
I
at the
know the
Kickstarter
one you're talking
pavilion
about.
called
Where
Pottery.
Yes.
And
And
they
it
were
was so
doing like
cool.
a humongous one of these
Yeah,
things.
they were giant.
But it was awesome to watch. I have some footage of it somewhere,
Yeah.
and I don't think I ever shared it in my overview. It was cool.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see if they got funded too. I don't know if you want to search Pottery on Kickstarter really
We'll
quick,
have to see that.
but I think that this is a neat little upcoming thing because it kind of enables like a whole new mashup of ceramic
Because
artistry.
I feel like this filament is really.
Are you sure this is a filament?
That's what it said.
Alright.
I mean, that's
It
definitely
said
fire.
ceramic print that had to be
1250C.
fired. Did you look at
Fired
the tweet?
I'm
And
just-
just
I'm looking
under
at the
the
actual
melting
post.
point of aluminium, if you notice there. 1250.
So,
yeah.
I see what I wanted to see because I've seen this vase before.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I feel like okay, this is a 3D print. You're saying, what are you saying, Travis? That this isn't fired?
No, I wasn't saying that. I just didn't know that it was an actual filament. I was just looking at the.
Fired.
Fired.
Looking at the actual post.
No, that's really cool. It reminds me of a Klein bottle too. I don't know if you've ever seen that little.
So cool.
Never mind. That's really nerdy.
You are nerdy.
The Mobius strip.
I
of the
thought
3D
this was
world.
amazing. I kind of want to know more. So, Ben Krasnow, or will it print 3D? And plus, I'm already following, so I'm totally keeping up on this.
Okay.
Now, Bottery shows their campaign has ended.
Did they meet their goal?
I don't know because I don't. Yes, because their goal was 30,000 and they got 34,100.
Way to go, Bottery! Very good.
The estimated delivery is August, but yes, that's pretty cool too. That's like a totally similar.
Can you just?
So it looks like they're using some kind of. It's on the form. They're like using some kind of.
It's a resin ceramic.
I don't know. So that's why we need to find
resin.
out about
Yes,
it.
we need to know more. Okay.
There's a lot of stuff in.
I wonder if it's like I mean, that you can mix all kinds of great stuff with PLA. I don't know if it's using PLA as a base or other stuff, but obviously when you fire any thermoplastic, it's going to just fry out of there. So it's got to be pretty heavy and ceramic material.
Crazy.
Yeah. Will It Print 3D is saying some glazes use aluminum oxide as like the base, and so that's what.
It's aluminium.
Okay.
Oxide.
Anyway. Yes.
Yeah.
It looks cool. So.
See you, Dragon Monk.
Hey, man.
Bye. Bye. Okay. Next, we have got. Oh. I bow down right now. I'm bowing down. This is
We're not worthy.
Printed,
We're not worthy.
shared Chaos Cortex multicolor Buzz Lightyear.
Twitter
print.
lost its Twitter, the interwebs lost its mind this last week over Buzz Lightyear
Because
to
it's
infinity and beyond.
freaking epic.
By our dear friend Chaos Cortex.
It is ridiculous.
Man, was that just an awesome step. So if you haven't seen this yet, you need to zip over to Garrett's channel.
Yeah.
Take a look.
For sure.
Watch the magic happening. I mean, the fact that I love how he uses multiple pieces of software to make this all happen. This is a fantastic tribute to Garrett's skills across multiple pieces of software. So here's in Fusion.
Yeah, then
he throws it into ZBrush.
ZBrush. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He also came from the Tinkercad world, not unlike myself for a lot of his original stuff, and he's since far surpassed everything I do.
I was like, his modeling's a little above yours, Pooch.
Just a little bit though.
Just a little.
This is like me, and then there's like Garrett, and but the scale is like
where is you?
Well, see, I'm like here and here, but this is going like 0, and this is like 7 billion is right here.
Right. Yeah. I was like, let's have a key.
So you don't have the scale. You don't know.
Right. Yeah. Right. You don't have the key. You're not sure.
Right.
But yeah. So this is freaking amazing. I cannot wait for part 2 of this video. Definitely going to be in a follow-up community.
By the way, did you guys catch their Twitch stream earlier? It was making me hungry. They were just eating candy the whole time.
Candy and snacks. I needed all of them.
I don't know why I don't follow more snack vloggers.
Yeah, Garrett and Chelsea, you guys need a disclaimer. Must bring your own. BYOS. Bring your own snacks.
Yeah, and did you see? I think Garrett was doing something a little different with his hair this time.
Oh, is he?
It looked pretty nice.
I didn't see it. It looked nice. Yeah, it looked good. So, keeping on the Chaos Cortex train, Print It showed their G-Max Fortnite chest. Also freaking amazing. So I think they said it was 14 spools of filament? Insane.
That's like 14 more spools than Carmelo has.
Oh, don't say that. That's terrible.
He knows I'm loving it.
Terrible. Oh.
So look at that. That's an awesome chest. So now I'm not hip into the gaming like you, but I was talking about Fortnite is similar to PUBG. Is that right? In the concept? Not
the battle royale concept.
It's a battle royale.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, everybody just drops on a big island and then they fight.
I heard something like you come out of a floating school bus or something at the beginning. It's what you drop in out of. Yeah.
That's kind of like the Hunger Games for video games.
Yes, that's what I've heard. It's the Hunger Games
for but it's called Fortnite. All right.
Yes. So this is an amazing chest. I said I needed it to hold all of my booty, not my booty, my goods. This is super digressing. Anyway, I needed to hold all of my pink prints. I need a giant pink Fortnite chest. They said nay nay.
Yeah, Chelsea, have fun putting this thing together and sanding
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
that.
Although she did just say she's
Happy
super
sanding!
excited. She is super excited because there is no sanding for the Buzz Lightyear or painting. It is a multicolored print.
The palette, right?
Either with the palette or I think with the multi-material. Prusa multi-material. So she will not be painting that one, but she does have to paint and put together this one. I'm afraid for her.
Pooch doesn't sand.
Yeah, so we will be following up on that one as well. So people make sure you community ketchup hashtag that one. So we be sure to keep up on it.
No, we'll do that.
No,
anyways.
it's
Well, we'll do it
battle.
anyways. I know.
Didn't you
but-
say battle royale?
Yeah.
Royale?
Yes.
Like a royale with cheese. I don't know what Chris is saying.
What? Cheese? No, that was the last stream.
He hasn't seen.
No, she hasn't.
Okay, next.
She hasn't seen Pulp Fiction. That's a shame.
Oh my god, I'm so confused. Okay, anyways. Next, we digress. Why are we digressing super bad this stream? Okay.
No, this is what we always do.
Yeah,
Welcome to the ketchup.
I know. Okay, so next Ron shared his tweet. He created, I'm pretty sure he designed this and printed and did the lighting for an IC3D tribute light. So this is super cool. It changes colors. He printed out the different sides, and he is actually shipping this over to Sean's Shenanigans at IC3D.
That's amazing.
For them to have that.
Did they commission him for this, or is this
no,
like out
I
of the?
think it was like a fan print.
This is what it's like to be retired.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
no,
jealous.
I think it was that they gave him some filament.
Oh, they sponsored it.
They sponsored it,
Yeah.
and so he decided, hey, I'm going to make you something cool for a thank you.
And it's got LED action going on. That's sweet, man. Nice work, Ron. I'm loving that.
It's like the start of a light bright, like you poke little pages.
Oh, it does.
Ooh, I like that. I like where you're going with that.
I didn't even see.
You're gonna light bright.
Did you even see the little along the bottom? It says IC3D.
Our set is falling apart.
Oh! Our set's falling apart.
What's happening here?
Just let it. Nothing happened. Nobody look.
Everyone erase the last 3
The
seconds.
production value around here leaves
Oh my
something to
gosh,
be
we're
desired.
falling apart. Okay.
It's not gonna hold.
So
just lock my arm
awesome. We're moving on. Next, Mara, who we all know and love from Matter Hackers, shared that she has run out of her Matter Hackers Minute shirts. So if you've kept up with Matter Hackers Minute, Mara always tries to feature a community shirt. So if you have a channel...
Is the Pyro shirt been featured?
No!
Has the Pink Mafia shirt been featured?
No! We are terrible! Has the Red Port shirt been featured?
Oh, okay. Well, maybe send her one.
So, we will be getting her shirt. So she is
Nothing
asking for...
It's some other minions that are involved.
I know. So she is asking for shirts.
Yep.
If you would like more information, tweet at 3DP Girl or at Matter Hackers.
Yeah. Send Mara
some
needs a
shirts.
shirt.
And she will feature your shirt in her Matter Hackers Minute video, and she will also tag you or your store or whatever you'd like.
Wow.
I'll do that too, by the way.
Send me. What, you're just
You want shirts?
selling ad space now?
Travis needs clothes, is what it is. This is Travis's annual clothing drive. Travis needs shirts.
Do you okay?
No, send your shirts to Mara.
Some community
What's
ketchup.
that, like,
I will show you
extra
Travis's closet compared to mine. Travis has so many shirts. Anyway, so next we have. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. So Brandon BFLangdon shared. This is this is
the Chia Pet of 3D
right?
printing.
It is the Chia Pet of 3D
It's amazing.
printing. It is so amazing. So it is a micro capillary filament, which if you put seeds in it, like paste similar to Chia Pet, it will grow on the side of the print. I am so excited.
That's great.
Could you just imagine a 3D printed Chia Joel?
Chia Joel.
That's the exact thing I thought of.
Chia Joel.
Chia Joel.
Nobody ever made it.
Chia Robo Joel? Robot Joel? Please silence yourself.
So we need a Chia Joel in our lives soon. That's what I thought of when I saw this.
Yeah, I think that'd be fantastic.
Okay, so next we've got Brandon again. Oh, we didn't even mention who
Brandon, the Tweet Master. Brandon's in the middle of the move right now, so he's not here actually getting to watch it.
It wasn't Brandon though. This week, the hashtagger of the episode was Will it print 3D?
Will it print 3D with how many submissions this
Way
week?
too many. I couldn't even count. It was
Too many
so
to count on one
to count.
hand and one set of toes.
Yes, it was amazing. But so yes, so Brandon shared Broken Nerd, a new helmet that Broken Nerd has done. It was a Mega Man helmet.
It's very shiny.
Yeah. So I think Gordon's on this. Is that the Mega Man helmet they did on the G-Max that they were showing off at ERRF?
Did they do? They printed this?
No, it's not the. That's not the same.
No, this is not the same.
There was a similar one.
He hasn't printed this, as far as I know. I have not seen prints of this.
This one looks like it's a little more detailed, or a little different detail at least. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And it's some separate pieces for the sides, the side pieces and stuff. And I think,
Quick
if I remember
Sunday
correctly,
modeling.
he was saying he has it so that he can put LED lights
Yeah,
inside
it's
of the
room
side
for
pieces.
side lights.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know. You know I like LED-ification of prints.
Right?
That's
Who
one of my
doesn't like
favorite
stuff
things.
that lights up?
Light up, baby.
So cool.
Light it up.
Ooh.
Jesse made that, says Gordon. Yeah, Mega Man. That's the stuff.
Right. That is freaking cool.
Cool.
So next we have. Oh, Travis shared this one.
Oh, yeah,
It is
awesome.
so cute. That's the only word I can use. Cute. It is a teeny benchy. And it is like the teeniest benchy you've ever seen. I had never seen this. I don't know. Is this like an old post? When is this from?
They posted
Because
13 days ago, right?
oh,
after.
okay. So I feel good because it's not that long ago. I felt like this is one of those things I got on the
This is on
internet
Reddit.
super
Yeah,
old ago.
The Wild West of the interweb.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Okay, but you have to scroll down. You have to see.
Yeah, I got the more pictures.
Okay, go to the Imager one. Yes. Okay, so this is under a microscope.
Hunger.
This is the benchy under a microscope.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Keep going.
Just for reference, this is the scale right here. 1 millimeter.
Yeah, keep keep going. No, the scale is not banana for scale. It is.
Crackers.
What was that,
It
micron?
is,
50
it is
micron?
peanut butter crackers for scale. Okay, can you even? You can't even see it. It's right there. It's
Right
so
here.
tiny.
Not here, not here, right here.
It's so
Yeah, it's like the size of one of the holes of the peanut butter cracker.
It's so cute.
Toast cheese.
It's so cute.
It's tiny. We love tiny stuff. We see big prints.
We do. Oh,
Gordon
wait,
does
wait,
big
wait,
prints,
here.
some people
so
do
this
tiny
is
prints.
this is the tiniest print that we have.
What
And
is
this
it?
was
What is
actually
that?
given to us from, oh, I'm spacing. Zoe.
Oh,
Who
Zoe!
I haven't seen in
we haven't
Moose.
seen Zoe
Juicy
in a
Moose.
while. Juicy Moose.
Juicy Moose.
What happened to Juicy Moose?
I don't know, but he sent us that.
Oh,
I broke it.
It is a.
It's a mini bulba.
It's a mini
You
Bulbasaur.
can't show that to you. It's too small.
It's too
Yeah.
small. You're not going to be able to
Focus.
see
Will it
it.
focus?
It's Bulbasaur for scale. It is super tiny.
It's bulbous.
Yes.
Nary's gave me a tiny Joel bot made in resin.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I
where's
lost
that?
it and it got-
Did you swallow
You
it?
lost it?
They're
I
so
might have
tiny.
Rude.
I might have accidentally ate it.
Because he's just like, nom nom nom
Yeah.
nom
Chris,
nom. and then
Chris
it's
is
all
asking what was that printed on? The
res-
the
the
resin
tiny benchy?
That's what it
benchy.
says right in here.
I'm gonna guess form.
Yeah, and Gordon says microns
Print it on
for
the
scale.
form.
That's right.
Yeah,
we need a
the form.
micro
Yeah,
banana
form
for
two,
scale.
25 micron. Now I've done a 25 micron print on a
Mm.
form 2. I did the 3D fill, but I was not able to get
That crazy.
that detailed.
Oh, it's insane.
Like mine was still probably like 5 or 6 millimeters high, which is still tiny, but you know that's
I
amazing.
did tweet this at Daniel Naray, and he said that this was the tiniest one he's seen. So.
it is ridiculous.
To Daniel.
It is ridiculously small.
Wow, this resin looks weird under.
Yeah.
I think everything
Right
looks
under
weird
a
under
microscope, right?
like
Yeah,
that.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
All right.
very
So-
cool.
So next
I
we've
think
got
a Chia Benchy would be cool. That would-
Chia. Oh, a mini. Oh yeah.
Chia Benchy
Yeah,
hasn't
right
been
here
done.
it says,
I still
"Holy
made
smokes,
Joel."
that takes the home, the price of the smallest ever benchy.
Yeah.
Home, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Talon Grayson recently did. No one creates saying Talon Grayson recently did. We're going back to Mega Man. Did an awesome blaster for Mega Man.
Oh.
So I don't know. That might have been the model too
They might have
that
tied them together.
that got printed.
Oh, and Chris, let's do this. This is actually Nick mentions the Ono, which is actually in our news, in the news section about Ono. It has released some additional information about their printer update. That they are
Oh, no.
now looking for additional funds.
Oh, they are. They ran out of money.
They're looking for additional funds
Really?
to fulfill their Kickstarter orders.
What did they do with all
Wait,
that?
isn't that what the Kickstarter is for, though? The funds for the order?
Did they just buy like 1,000 cell phones and never made anything?
I'm not quite sure.
The Ono. If you don't know who tell them what the Ono is.
So, tell them what the Ono is.
Tell them what the Ono is. Have people ever heard of the Ono?
So the Ono is a mobile phone printer.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It is a resin printer that utilizes your. I think you just
Bluetooth.
utilize your phone to Bluetooth this.
Well,
You slice the model.
The phone
on
is
your
the
phone.
computer.
Yeah, you slice the model on your phone, you Bluetooth it to the printer, and it is a resin printer that prints out. And if you haven't seen it, check out the link in the news section in the description. There's a lot more information about their Kickstarter and their initial, what they were trying to do, whatever. Now, they were at Bay Area Maker Faire. However, no, I apologize. That was not Ono. That was a different mobile phone printing.
I mean, that one isn't working,
No, it was
They
not
didn't have it
working.
working at the...
Oh, was it
They did not have it working, and they said the exact same things that Ono said the year before at Maker Faire was that, they couldn't have it working because the lights that were in the facility would affect the
that's right.
printing.
That's right.
But they couldn't have like a little box over it or something to protect it?
Nope. They said the lights would not allow the curing of the prints, and so they could not have it running, and so, anyway, yes.
What's I was suspicious about that is that there is light everywhere. There's light in here, so unless you're printing in the dark, that's something they're going to want to figure out.
Room
You have to print in the dark room? Dark room
right?
printing is the, that's what's going to be happening.
Yeah, it's insane to me.
Oh no. So you know what? I try to be positive about
too.
everything in the
I do
community
too.
and stuff like that, but they're really it would be interesting to just see the wall of shame at some point of like the Ticos and the
right and the
things that
like,
they were just born of such great
didn't happen.
inspiration and just
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. So that was a side digression into in the news section, and just a heads up. So generally on the show, we like to cover very community-driven projects. We do have an entire in the news section, and we encourage you to keep tagging Community Ketchup for those newsworthy. So it's more mainstream new 3D printing news,
so we can
or
compile
maker
it.
news, and so we compile that so it's all in one space for you, right there. So there's a bunch of different stuff. This episode we have stuff from Form Labs. We have stuff from. There's so much. There was stuff about homes being built. There was stuff about Marlin firmware. All kinds of good stuff. So make sure you check out those links in the description.
Okay.
Again, we've got 2 more things for our main show.
2 more, and
We've
we're
got-
wrapping up good because we're pushing an hour.
I
here.
know.
We're running into Jimmy's stream
I know
time.
we're running into Jimmy's stream time. So Ben also tagged. Ben and Alkeshone sent. Artobot had tweeted on Joel's new filament brackets.
Rack.
So he's been organizing his filaments in his office or in his makerspace.
See, he put a crane scale on that thing. That's legit.
Oh, we didn't talk about this. We
You
skipped
keep on
it.
skipping
Oh my gosh, I keep
stuff.
skipping. Oh my gosh, I'm so
I'm
sorry.
going down the list.
Okay,
I'm fine.
let's rewind really quick because this is super freaking cool. So
I'm looking at one
shared
thing and
this.
she's talking
I know,
about it.
I know. Okay.
This is not the bracket, by the way,
Okay.
that Joel made.
I know.
Well,
sorry.
Joel could just
So
stab these in the wall and
I
put some
shared-
I like
filament
it.
on top of it.
Done.
Okay.
Stab.
So I shared this.
Sure.
This was a sword by Tanya. It is freaking cool. It is a snake and then a giant sword blade. I just had to. We can just admire its beauty quietly.
I'll take S words for 5.
It's freaking amazing. Anyway,
I
I just wanted everyone to be able to
there
see
is
it.
a
It's so
bizarre
freaking cool.
fascination with swords, I feel like, in this maker community.
Yeah, if we just make swords and shields and stuff.
Swords and
all
shields.
Our
Are
YouTube
we-
channels will all
We're
blow up.
reverting back to the Middle Ages.
Yeah. We can just all fight each other.
With really tiny ones out of resin.
Yeah.
No?
That you can't see next to crackers.
No.
So sorry,
going to
everyone's
skip
asking
something?
about the timeline that we follow, and so sorry, I'm trying to type out. They're in the description of the video when you look at it now. I apologize. The main show links are not currently in the description because YouTube only allows us so many characters, so much space, and so we can't fit all of the main show topics. And I want to make sure that we have. Yeah, we'll have to.
Why don't we just share this or make this document public and put the link to that on?
So we'll do that. I'll share out the Google Doc that we have that we utilize on our stream every 2 weeks, and then that way you guys can kind of follow along and see the progression of the tweets. But so for now, in the description, we just show all of the either want to know more, practical prints in the news, honorable mentions, basically things that we unfortunately don't have enough time to talk about on the stream itself.
Yeah, you guys send us so much stuff.
So much stuff!
A lot of stuff.
Oh my gosh, and
it's all awesome.
I've been posting. I literally am like mind blown every time I go through and get all of the tweets. It is insane to me. For one, it's insane to me how much I don't see, which makes me cry inside a little bit. But then also, too, just how much talent there is.
You just wish you could just spend more time on Twitter?
Right? Yeah, God, I am on Twitter so much, right?
It's amazing that anything ever gets past you. You're always there.
I'm always on Twitter, but anyways, okay, so yes, so keep tagging, and we will start sharing the document here on forward to make sure you guys can all follow along. So now, we're on to Joel's.
Christ!
Sleep with that.
You almost got me!
Oh my gosh!
I was trying to guillotine your head off.
They're trying to kill me!
It's frightening.
We need to hang that up with something better.
Anyway.
We's makers,
That's
though.
scary.
We know how to do that.
That is super scary. Okay.
Yeah.
So, next is Joel's filament solution.
Okay, so Ben, Levine, and Alkeshone sharing Artobot's tweet about Joel's filament solution. Is that right?
That's confusing. What are we talking about? The filament solution? Are we looking at Joel's shelves?
It seems very confusing.
Is that what we're talking about? You got other... okay, but you know what?
Their community catch a thing about the other solutions of filament storage. Is that
and
what
this is
it's not necessarily...
Not that Joel's listening, but this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're basically just talking about various filament storage ideas that are out there, you know, because I know we've seen some where people have modified like shoe racks, and people are modifying shelving, and people are modifying
Tupperware containers, buckets.
and
for those of you following along at home, you might know that we're rather passionate about filament storage solutions, and so we're trying to throw our solutions out into the ring, and we'll be talking about that in the following one. But no, this is some awesome stuff. Tom Jackson, Filament Frenzy, sharing his solution. If you haven't seen Joel's thing, by the way, I think everybody's pretty much aware of it, but he basically just printed some pretty strong racking, and you can certainly go to his channel and check out what he did. But we've seen a ton of different, store-bought rack solutions. I think Chaos Cortec was showing off some of their industrial racking.
This ended up being a pretty cool thread. I mean, you should probably
it really was.
Check it out.
I mean, ultimately, check it out. I would say if you
community catched it. Yeah, no, there was a couple people that community.
There's tons of different stuff that people have been posting about how they save.
This is always interesting to me too. I know the people actually keep it in the box, and that's not a bad way to do it because I generally haven't been
terrible about that. Honestly,
I am too.
Terrible
all
about
of these
it.
look like new, like they've never been opened.
Yeah,
so they just have that
so
much
terrible about.
I would just assume. I mean, but think about it. A lot of times that you're printing. I mean, it doesn't unless you're doing giant prints, which
you
do.
You can see the ceiling on one.
Well, okay, so some of it have
a lot of filament.
They're just queued up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super terrible about keeping the boxes, honestly, and so because I had tweeted a while ago about not putting labels on the spools. It is a super pet peeve of mine when companies don't put anything on their spool because I am so terrible about keeping. And granted, maybe it's different because we don't live in a climate concerning area, so we don't have the concern of moisture, humidity, and things like that. So it's easier for us to leave our spools out. So I'm terrible about keeping the boxes. But yes, obviously they store better with the boxes, but. Yeah, so it was just neat. So if you haven't checked out this thread, it's a really interesting succession of available options for storing your filament.
Good thread for options. I think part of my problem is, too, that I we live in a relatively non-humid environment.
Right,
and so
it's
we're not
hard
as
for
inspired
us.
to, put it back in the bag, put it in the box.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, I'm just not that...
I'm terrible.
I'm literally I'm unloading a spool so that I can load another one on. And so I'm like... No, that one. Put this one in here, and
exactly.
And so I'm not thinking about putting it. I should,
so
but I don't.
Terrible, yeah. So check that out, and then more about our filament solution ideas.
Okay, should we do
one last? We have one.
Oh, Bill's.
So
you
Bill
just lost him.
Yeah, and this is I know
Bill.
we just lost him. Dang it!
Sorry.
So this one is insane. So Bill had a giant print recovery. He had this print that was going for, I don't know, upwards of how many hours? I think he said it was like 100 and something hours, and the print errored in the middle or towards the end. And
the way it always does.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And he had to like re-slice the entire thing to try to get it to line up, to start printing. It's just like my worst nightmare.
That's crazy.
For sure.
Amy Double D was just chatting about that earlier today with
insane.
Resume. So we could go into detail on Resume another time. I actually did a video on it on my channel a while ago. There's all kinds of different techniques, but I'm glad to see that it came.
It looks amazing.
It came out.
I actually got that little Resume 3D thing.
Yeah, we still have to try that out.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It doesn't plug into a computer like we said. You don't have to tether it. It's actually just plugged right into the thing, into the printer. But you have to
feed it.
There's a setup process that you have to do it for each individual printer.
But I think it's per printer, not per sliced file, right? It's just you have to just set it for the printer.
Yeah.
I want to follow up on that more.
Yeah, we need to know a little bit more about that.
Works. That's a cool.
So that was our main. That was our main show. Again, we have quite a few things. Oh, real quick, I'm gonna do the shout outs for Want to Know More. So hopefully we can get some more info. Will It Print 3D shared Bugman's 140's tweet about a Steadicam holder or a Steadicam print that he is doing. For like a GoPro or a phone, and I want to know more about that. It's in the very early stages. And then also too, there was a hashtag that was shared from Will It Print 3D also from Dota, and it was 3D printed sandstone landscapes, and it looked freaking cool. They were full color, but there wasn't any more information other than this imager file, and so I'm not sure, like, are they printed and painted after? Are they 3D printed in full color? Are they 3D printed and put together? Like, there was no info, so I want to know more. Yes, I want to know more. More. We need more.
Give us more.
And then be sure to check the description in the video for the shoutouts, which is some additional stuff that we just didn't have time to fit in. And then also our practical prints and our in the news segments. All right. You guys talk about your goods.
Yeah.
What you been up to?
Go for it, Trev.
Well, honestly, we've been just constantly working on the rep box.
Yeah, and that has been such an interesting learning experience and stuff. So we're absolutely flattered at the amount of pre-orders that we've gotten and feedback that we've had from everybody. And we were able to implement a lot of the feedback that we got at ERRF to just make it way better. And I'm really excited to actually show off what the production V1 is going to look like, and we are there. So we're hopefully putting the finishing touches on tonight, and we'll update the site and certainly tweet stuff out. But we've done a lot to making it more, I'm not going to say airtight, but certainly far more sealed. And it was pretty good to begin with. Yeah, exactly. So, it's come a long way. So look for that, and we're actually going to talk about that. And I think in 2 weeks, Repbox will actually be our sponsor, and we're going to do a giveaway for one of those. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be awesome. The one other small thing I've been doing, and it's kind of Repbox related, but I got a and it's an older printer, but a goodie that I heard, like, Angus actually suggested for use when I was doing some school. So the Tier Time Up Mini, which a lot of people have seen. Seen some really cool reviews from Angus and Andrew Sink and the like. The thing looks like a little mini toaster, and I tweeted about it earlier because I finally got it out of the box. I got it from Matter Hackers a couple weeks ago, and I've just been traveling, so I haven't gotten to use it. But the thing does ABS like a champ, but it really does. I mean, the build plate is tiny, but for the parts that we're trying to generate stuff for the rep box, it's like perfection. And it's an enclosed chamber. It's got a little HEPA filter. You don't smell a thing. It's quiet. It's awesome.
Tolerance. Everything.
Yeah. So I hope I have a little bit more time to kind of play with it, and their software's decent. It's a neat little setup.
Yeah. And not saying that I haven't done anything. I've been squeezing some things in between the ret box. Like, I've been doing a lot of moai prints, which if you guys follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you've probably seen some of those. I'm having a lot of fun with that. The resolution and the way that thing prints is just amazing. Earlier, I'm still actually working on the Dame Drop shield that G-Create printed for me. Earlier today, I was doing a live stream. I cleaned out all the supports from this. It's looking pretty awesome. I'm going to start sanding this and get it put together and go from there. So,
yeah. And you've already bled on it once.
I did bleed on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good.
What?
It's official
I know,
project.
I missed that. I had to go to lunch.
Stabbed himself for moving supports.
I had to get food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I feel like we literally shoved
way
so much
along.
information, and we still didn't have enough time.
It's a lot of information. So we will take our notes in its entirety, and we will share a link with everybody. So if you want to go back through anything we've said, I really feel like we should do a better job of kind of like maybe when we have more resources to do this, like pulling actual time clips and tweeting out specifics for people that missed it or weren't able to stay up late enough.
Yeah, but, Gordon, you're right. It wasn't a lot.
It wasn't a lot of blood.
It wasn't a lot of blood. It was a little bit of blood.
Yeah. But anyway, we thank you guys as always for coming out to visit. We have a giveaway, I believe, to do before everybody.
Oh my gosh, we do before we leave.
Yeah.
So this episode, I keep wanting to say this week, but it's not this week because it's a 2-week period. Oh my gosh, it's so confusing. Anyway, this bi-weekly period. No, this
session.
This episode. This episode.
Yeah.
We had 26 entrants.
Is that the most so far?
It's growing. I mean,
I think so, and that was not including the past couple of winners, only because we didn't think it would be fair if the very last winner wins again.
That's
so
true.
Ultimately, we were almost at 30 entrants.
And we weren't nearly harassing people as much for entrance. I mean, it's like actually starting to
nearly as much as we normally
and people are asking, what is this community ketchup? And
right.
it's kind of perpetuating itself, so it's awesome to see.
So keep sharing the hashtag community ketchup to be entered in the drawing. I'm going to personally say that I have been getting some amazing sponsors.
Can we tease any of them?
Oh my god!
Because we got some big names.
We have some really cool stuff. I would say that we could probably tease the official ones that we have.
Yeah.
Would be BuildTac.
BuildTac, awesome. Kayla, love her.
Love Kayla at BuildTac. We've got Olsen Ruby Nozzles.
Ooh, if you're going for an Olsen Ruby, that's coming up.
That is no joke.
Yeah.
We've got Magigoo.
Yeah.
We love the family over at Magigoo. We've got... Who else did I get?
BL Touch.
BL Touch. We've got Paris over at BL Touch.
Yep.
Who else? Protopasta. We've got... I think there's a couple more.
We're not even remembering them all.
Oh my gosh,
it's been awesome.
I'm so excited.
We've been getting from the...
I am so excited about the sponsors. So seriously...
the sponsorships.
So Community Ketchup isn't going anywhere.
Community Ketchup is not going anywhere because we have sponsors through like the next several months.
And despite our set malfunctions, we continue to try to improve. So we work on our audio a little bit and some other stuff. We always try to do this like 10 minutes before the stream. But
yes, I'm so freaking excited. Yeah. So anyways, so keep using the hashtag. There will be some in the future specific print guidelines, so some of our sponsors have kind of been like, hey, it'd be really cool if you featured this kind of print or that kind of situation or whatever. But anyways, keep an eye out. Just keep an eye out on Community Ketchup, and we will go from there. So,
all right.
For this week, this episode, the sponsor is us. Travis and I are sponsoring from our A Pyro Design Etsy store.
Who's that?
So, who is that? Who are those people? So there is a link in the description. If you don't win tonight and you want to still check out our store, go ahead and do so. The winner of tonight's drawing will get one item from our store of their choice. No custom items.
No custom items?
No custom items.
No rain checks.
Sorry. No rain checks.
Yeah.
And we're going. Are you ready?
All right, drumming.
Drumming.
When are we going to do the soundboard, man?
I know.
That's on us. Do that 5 minutes before again.
I had the idea 5 minutes before.
And the winner is Tom Jackson. I have to be
Filament Frenzy? Tom Jackson?
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
So Filament Frenzy. Yay!
Congrats, Tom Jackson! You have won something from the official A Pyro Design Etsy store. And in all seriousness, guys, if you haven't checked that out, they got some really cool stuff in there. Travis does amazing work. Obviously, has way more creative bones in his body than I do.
Lots of laser cut stuff on there.
Lots of laser cut stuff,
sublimated stuff. There's some A Pyro Design and 3D Paint Mafia merch. There's
merch.
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. Yeah. So, anything you want from the shop.
Gordon wants the shield back.
Oh my gosh. No, Gordon. Nay. You
Send him the old one.
I'll send him the old one.
You can have the shield back.
He'll never know.
You can have the old melted one.
Yeah, you can have the melted one.
Yeah,
oh, it's not even out here. You get the melted one. Anyway.
Well, he's not on there, but congrats, Tom Jackson, for the win.
Congrats.
Thank you all.
And then,
from the bottom of our heart. I'm sorry.
Do you want to say who our next sponsor is? Well, you tease.
I did tease it, but I'm excited, and I'm not going to show it right now because it's just not.
It's not.
And look, we know, first of all, for all of you who've been giving us feedback, we know that our photography needs work and all this stuff. But like, I guarantee you, we've been like putting every waking moment into like making this thing the best possible thing it can, making it affordable for people and giving good options and stuff. So next episode in 2 weeks, what's the date we're doing for that one? Because we're moving to Wednesday.
We are moving to Wednesdays.
Yeah. Is it the 8th?
And the next episode is going to be the 25th of the July.
The 25th of the July?
25th of the July.
Awesome. So join us on July 25th. We will be showing off the production rep box in all its glory. It is awesome.
And you get a chance to win one.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We're giving one away.
That was implied. I also said that
earlier. You said that. Anyways, so we're giving away a rep box next episode.
And you want this. Trust me, you want this.
You freaking want
this. You need this in your life.
You do.
Nick, tell Lauren she needs it in her life.
She has one in her life.
She needs another one in her life because the one she has is awesome, but it's not like
it's
next
not
level
B 1.5. Yes. Okay. So tune in next episode. That's going to be on.
It's on Will Devine's birthday. We're celebrating Will's birthday.
It is.
Heather's making a cake. It's going to be amazing.
What? The cake is a lie. I am not making a cake. Anyway, tune in.
It's going to be a ketchup cake.
Use the hashtag Community Ketchup to be entered to win a rep box. And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. We're done.
From all of us here at A Pyro headquarters in not Cameron Park, California, we thank you for watching. Have a lovely evening, everybody. Ta-ta.
Bye.